everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined in our special TGIF edition. It is going to be a beautiful weekend to get out and about and explore our amazing city. But if you need a break from the sunshine, it's also the perfect weekend to catch a movie because it's the 43rd annual Seattle International Film Festival. And it is here and it is going. Refined Managing Editor Britt Thorson, she joins us. Britt was busy. She's a little Instagram last night, Facebook last night, live.
Yeah.
When you were on the red carpet for SIF.
Yeah, so this is Seattle's one opportunity to kind of have the, well, not one opportunity, but one of the biggest opportunities to have the red carpet and have the people of the city walk through it. Great fashion. We had a couple stars. We had a couple stars from a movie called The Big Sick, which was actually what the big movie was last night. The festival began with it, Amazon Studios' new film. The show's writers and stars stopped by Como Studios earlier in the day to talk more about it.
It is a very personal story. It's based on, with some kind of deviations, it's based on what happened to us the first year of our relationship. And it definitely was a kind of a interesting thing to put on paper and film.
Yeah, it's interesting because these are very personal things about our lives, and then suddenly you're just making it into something that can be consumed by a lot of people. So it is a very strange experience. It's very strange that people think they know you afterwards, but they actually do know you.
Wow. Looks like it could be kind of a good film.
So Kumail and his wife Emily were by far the biggest stars on the red carpet last night, and they were so wonderful and they're so cute together, and especially because, like they were saying, this is the movie about their relationship, and it's kind of an interesting kind of film and movie right now, but they were so, I mean, that would be hard for me to like write a whole script based on my like inner relationship thoughts with my partner.
Yeah.
That would be rough.
It was cool being on the red carpet last night. It's got that energy, doesn't it?
It was. Maybe next week I can actually walk it instead of like huddling behind it with my Facebook Live trying to like get all the stars, right? But no, it's very cool. And it was a beautiful night in Seattle. The weather's finally like working with us here, so it was a great time.
So a lot of movies. So what's the next big one you want to talk about?
The next big movie we want to talk about is The Fabulous Alan Carr. Now, some of you might know Alan Carr from his highs, which is Grease, and his lows, which you're seeing right now, which is the 1989 Oscar ceremony. This is the one, remember, with Rob Lowe, Snow White, dancing tables and chairs, cameos by Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. This producer, the flamboyant Hollywood producer, he's a legend. A legend, right? For his lavish star-studded parties. And like we said, those highs and lows of the career that really go everywhere. And this is kind of just his bio, right? Kind of a look at his life. So, I mean, it's just a hoot. It's like these guys are larger than life.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of larger than life, how about Paul Allen? Doesn't he have a big film coming out?
Yes, that's right. So Step, it's the true life story of a girls' high school step dance team in Baltimore. The film follows them as they chase their ultimate goal, which is to win a step championship and be accepted into college. This is pretty cool. It's playing at SIF Sunday, May 21st and Monday, May 22nd at SIF Uptown.
Yeah, and then when you think of SIF, I mean, how many movies do they have? They've got hundreds of movies, right?
It's over 300 movies. But the good news is it's a pretty long festival. It's about 3 weeks long. So you can like peter it out. And maybe if you watch, I don't know, I'm not great at math, but I feel
that's like 100 movies a week or more.
300 divided by 3 weeks. Just, you know, take 3 weeks off working, watch movies all day, right?
All that popcorn and Coke, it's giving me a stomachache thinking about it, right? It'll be fun,
gosh, yeah.
SIF is here for 3 weeks. Going to be fun.
It'll be a great time.
All right, thank you, Britt.
Thanks, Gart.
All right, well, this is the time of year when farmers markets are springing up everywhere. Some are new and some have been around for decades. Now, in the South Sound, our sponsor, Downtown Puyallup Farmers Market, continues to grow into a super-sized shopping experience, but also keeping that down-home feel where everybody is welcome.
They're all here. Dogs of all sizes, children too.
You like the farmers market?
Everyone enjoying the festival atmosphere. Hundreds of vendors featuring unique items every Saturday from now till mid-October in Puyallup's Pioneer Park and Pavilion.
The vendors are like family to me, so, you know, just to see their new creations and see them excited about the new things that they're bringing and to see the shoppers and how much they love the unique items that we have here is just an amazing feeling.
You know what's great about this market?
What?
It's not raining today, but we know we get rain here in Seattle and this whole area. And then you got this beautiful building.
Yes, and the city actually built this pavilion for the farmers market.
Really?
Yeah.
And look at these beams here. I mean, they're just absolutely stunning.
So they built it for us, but it has turned into a wedding venue and a party place that many people now rent out on a daily basis.
Really? So it's not just about a farmer's market here. This facility could be used for anything.
Anything.
Every Saturday, 9 to 2. Every Saturday. We see all of our neighbors here, which is also just a great part about what we do with the Main Street Association. It's about getting out and getting involved.
34 years and counting. It's one of the oldest and largest farmers market in the state.
All right, somebody told me you're the bee king right here. You got all this raw honey.
I know,
and
right?
You're Chris Miller.
I'm Chris Miller. Yep, owner of Bee Kings. We do local raw honey, different varieties that the bees make based on the nectar sources they feed on. So we'll have blackberry honey, we'll have fireweed honey, with lots of different types of honey.
And you do deodorant honey?
Deodorant, yeah, it's not honey, but it's deodorant, right? Based on the beeswax. So the bees give us awesome gifts, right? All right, we got blackberry honey here for you.
Oh, that's my kind of honey.
All right, so mellow, smooth, and at the tail end you get a little hint of that tanginess that comes from the nectar of the blackberry.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to see all the businesses here, get to know what's out here. Some of these things I've never seen before. You know, some of these places I'm looking at I've never seen before. So it's a nice way to get out and meet people in the community and you know, enjoy the community. There's a lot of things out here they have to offer.
And what's a farmer's market without good grub? From Philly cheesesteaks to the South African food affair.
So I hear you guys are the new kids on the block, right?
Sounds like,
So
yeah.
what do you have here in front of us?
So this is our baboti and rice, savory rice, and this is our chicken samosas, and this is our chicken peri-peri and chips. Do you know what baboti is?
I can't even pronounce it. I have no idea what it is.
Baboti. So baboti is, so that's a beef, ground beef, and it's cooked in a fruit chutney, and it has golden raisins, and it's topped with the egg souffle and apricots.
Say it again. How do you pronounce it?
Baboti.
Baboti. That's fantastic. That's so good.
Thank you.
All right, coconut water here at the Puyallup Farmers Market.
Fresh young coconuts, organic coconuts, locally grown.
Yeah, Puyallup, right?
Actually from Thailand.
All right, I got to try a little bit of
You
this.
gotta try a little bit of it. It's amazing.
Wow, it's sweet. So what do I get out of this coconut water?
High dense nutrients, a lot of electrolytes.
Yeah, so it's
tons
like
of electrolytes.
It's like Gatorade.
Better. Better.
And natural, right?
Natural.
Puyallup's a great place for families and just the whole environment and the sense of community. You can't beat it.
Oh, it's a good time. Now in Seattle's U District, you don't want to miss the 48th Annual University District Street Fair this weekend. It offers a ton of fun with unique arts and crafts, delicious food, and great music. The first street fair, get this, was held back in 1970, making it the longest running festival of its kind in the country. The festival runs tomorrow and Sunday right down the Ave. For information on both the Puyallup Farmers Market and the University District Street Fair, just head to our website, seattlerefined.com. All right, there is a lot more refined still ahead. The world is still reeling from the shocking death of Soundgarden's Chris Cornell. Find out how the Northwest is honoring the local legend. Plus, we'll break down the nominations for this weekend's Billboard Music Awards, including a special honor for Cher. Seattle Refined will be right back. Welcome back to Seattle Refined in our special TGIF edition. Sunday is a big night for music artists as they prepare for the Billboard Music Awards. But first, really the story everybody is talking about is the stunning death of Seattle rock legend Chris Cornell. And joining us now is Ken Phillips of Star 101.5. And man, I think a lot of people are just like, whoa, still in shock over this.
What a shock. Seattle guy, just part of it, you know, you were around here too. Back in the 90s, this was music capital of the world.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Pearl Jam, it was Nirvana, and it was Soundgarden, Chris Cornell, the lead singer, just leading the way. I mean, that was the sound of Seattle and really the sound of the nation.
Yeah, this guy was talented. I mean, Soundgarden.
Yep.
I mean, he was like
he came back later. So when Soundgarden broke up for a while, they still always were friends, broke up. He started a band called Audioslave. Audioslave had a great run.
Right.
And then Soundgarden got back together, and they were actually touring again. And so they've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years. In fact, my son writes some music for them. It was just a tragic, tragic day. It was a shock when you woke up and you saw that. It was like, you've got to be kidding me.
I know, you can go all the way back to Jimi Hendrix. He died really young. You got Kurt Cobain, and now you got Cornell.
There's an interesting thing, though, and this has just come out. So they ruled it as a suicide, but in fact, his family says they don't think so. they think that he's been on antidepressants, and that's no secret.
Right.
He's had depression issues for a while. They think that it was a bad mix of drugs that he may not have known what he was doing. So we'll see. But whatever, it's still tragic.
Yeah, young guy, just 52 years old. Yeah, and you know what? I keep hearing and seeing that memorials are popping up everywhere for Chris Cornell around the
in fact,
Northwest,
there was
around the world.
the flowers up on Capitol Hill the other day. People everywhere coming out and supporting him. So, you know, it's just sad, and it's that
really
era
is.
of music that's Seattle's music.
It
So,
is.
yeah.
All right, let's switch it up a little bit. We got the big Billboard Awards coming up.
Yeah, now
this
fun
weekend.
stuff, right?
Yeah, how about Cher, huh?
All right, iconic award for Cher. So she's going to be the icon artist. She'll be there and performing. So will Celine Dion. It's been 20 years since the Titanic song was out, too. So Cher's going to sing Believe. Celine Dion's going to do My Heart Will Go On. So if you're into that, you want to look back into history, that will be there, too. And then unbelievable nominations this year.
Yeah, how about Chainsmokers?
Chainsmokers are the hottest band right now. I mean, they had 3 hits in the top 10 at one point. So they're up with 22 nominations. That's a record. The only band that's even had more nominations was also nominated, a single guy, Drake.
Yeah.
Drake's got 22 nominations. And remember, these are voted on, not like some idiot voting. No, these are actual stream sales, record sales, airplay, and social media interaction. So that's how they choose it. And Drake's 22 awards, too. In fact, the record for a single night is held by Adele. 12 awards, right?
Yeah.
One of these two could beat it. Also, 21
Really?
Pilots are playing Sasquatch this weekend.
Right.
They are going to, they're up for 17 awards, and Rihanna's up for 14, so somebody could break that record tonight. Could be
Yeah,
cool.
and
this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the music capital right now, right? We got so much happening. We're coming off the big upstream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just big stuff happening.
And the cool thing about the Billboard Music Awards is it's real. You know, it's not artists voting for their favorites or people voting for their favorites. It's actually what people across the country actually are listening to.
Yeah.
Real votes. So it could be, and there's always a surprise. The weird thing about the Billboard Music Awards, you think you got it nailed. Always a surprise. So this weekend's going to be great on Como.
Yeah, the Billboard Awards right here in Como this Sunday, Sunday night. All right, Ken Phillips, Star 101.5. All right, ahead on Refined, more from our on-set visit to legendary Soap General Hospital. We get the inside scoop on some of the big stars who didn't make the soap cut. Seattle Refined is coming back right after this.
Beat the...
Welcome back to Seattle Refined. Well, we're wrapping up our week behind the scenes at legendary Soap General Hospital. We showed you exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of the cast and the crew, and I even got to play a soap star for just a minute, actually about 4 seconds, with my very own cameo. But we saved the best for last. The casting director shared some juicy secrets about big stars the soap said no to.
General Hospital has serious star power. A lot of big names have passed through the fictional town of Port Charles over the last 5 decades.
Well, at least I was right.
That includes Demi Moore, Roseanne Barr, Elizabeth Taylor, and James Franco.
That would be the question.
When James Franco appeared on the show, that was an idea hatched by the producers and the writers, and it was something he was looking for. He came to us, he was looking to appear on a soap.
Maybe my finale will be the beginning of something worse for you.
Mark Teschner is the Emmy Award-winning casting director for General Hospital.
I've read up to 850 people for one role. You know, I tell actors you might not get the role, and it might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Just because you don't get cast on General Hospital, if you're talented, there may be other opportunity down the road. In the mid-'80s, I was casting a soap opera called Loving, and actors that auditioned that did not get cast were Julia Roberts.
Really?
Marcia Gay Harden.
Wow.
Gina Gershon, Jennifer Aniston, Matt LeBlanc.
Didn't make the cut?
They weren't right for the role, but you know what? They were all talented.
I will sell this house today.
And I loved Annette Bening when she read, and we tried to test her, and she changed her mind and felt it wasn't the right fit, and it worked out really well for her. I remember years ago reading Paul Walker when he first got to LA. I mean, if I go back into my files once in a while, I'm like, oh my gosh, I read that actor, I forgot. Crystal.
All right, here we go, we're rolling.
But when it comes to calling the shots on set, the man in charge is Frank Valentini. He worked alongside legendary soap creator Agnes Nixon on One Life to Live before heading to General Hospital.
Agnes, when you talk, she's like the god when it comes to soaps, right?
Absolutely, and one of the most amazing people I've ever met. So wise and so knowledgeable, not just about soaps but about storytelling and relationships and how to really capture the audience's attention and imagination.
She'd be proud of you, wouldn't she?
I hope so. I'd like to think she would be.
But what did that mean to you when you were going to take over the show?
Well, I mean, this is the crown jewel of ABC Daytime, and it was such a huge responsibility to think about coming into a whole new crew and a whole new set of actors, because I had worked most of my career at One Life to Live, and when I came in, everyone was very welcoming and
Different textures. Everyone works hard on General Hospital, but we have to hand it to wardrobe. They have one of the most difficult jobs around.
The show's been around for 50+ years, and we've definitely have acquired all this clothing. Here we have literally all of Sonny's suits. We still have more suits out there that need to be fit on him.
So this is Tracy Quartermain's wardrobe, and she has a pretty distinct style. She always wore very, elaborate blazers or longer house coats.
How many outfits do you have here? When you're talking about scrubs, dresses, pants, suits, what do you have here? How many? Ballpark it for me.
I couldn't even guess. There's so much. And we have accessories as well. So we have purses, and we have anything that they need in terms of like bras. We have our bra wall here.
That's a big closet for bras.
That's a lot of bras. So any color, any size, any style, we got it. On-camera bras, because they have to be very specific.
Yeah.
So we've got like our shoe wall, our coats.
Yeah, I kind of like that pinstripe one. Look at that. And you love your job.
I do. I really do. I love the people I work with. You'll notice when you go around and talk to people, it's like we're just a big family. And we spend a lot of time here. So we spend a lot of time with each other, and it definitely becomes a second family.
Oh man, I had a good time. And Frank Valentini, the executive producer, what a great guy. Just totally thinks outside the box. That's why it's so successful. Now, if you missed any part of our visit to the set of General Hospital, you can catch it all on our website, SeattleRefined.com. All right, coming up on Seattle Refined, the perfect French dish to enjoy while watching the French Open. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. Well, qualifying rounds kick off to the French Open next week in Paris. And while you get ready to enjoy all the drama on the red clay of Roland Garros, we thought you might want to indulge in some French cuisine as well, with the help of Seattle's very own Chef in the Hat. I headed down to Luke in Madison Park, home of world-renowned Chef in the Hat, for a crash course in how to be a sous chef extraordinaire. So, Chef, what are we making today?
Well, we're going to be making coq au vin, which is chicken in red wine, which is a stew from France. And we serve it here at Luc every Sunday. The first thing to do for this dish is to cut some mushrooms and peel some white onion. You ready?
Yeah, so what knife am I going to use?
This knife, hey, last time you cut yourself.
I know. I know.
Do we have a helmet for this guy? Because he needs a helmet.
And a mouth guard. So I'm cutting the stem off. After a couple of missteps,
whoa, hold on.
I was warmed up and ready to move on to the onions.
Pearl onion, you know what they are?
No.
Little white onions. So you're going to peel them like this. You're going to take the stem off.
How's my speed on this? I'm going as fast as I can. I'm just butchering this.
No, you're doing a good job.
As I busily chopped, Terry had a few more cooking lessons for me.
You gotta be careful because it's flattering a little bit. This is not for the faint of heart. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's almost perfect right there. Now what's this?
That's the red wine. So I'm gonna take these mushrooms and all the peeled onion that you have.
Okay.
The two peeled. This is what happens when you hire a rookie. You get 2 onions peeled.
Hey, that was pretty fast.
2. I needed 12.
Who gets to do all the dishes here?
You do.
After a bit more of my knife-wielding wizardry, I'm trying. The moment of truth arrived. Okay, here we go.
So the sauce is really nice and delicious. The mushrooms,
I gotta
carrots.
get a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, just the mushroom and the potatoes. Here we go.
That's good stuff. If you want the Chef in the Hat's recipe to enjoy while watching the French Open, just head to SeattleRefined.com. Meantime, qualifying rounds for the French Open start on Monday. Live coverage begins on our partner station, the Tennis Channel, starting Sunday, May 28th, and runs through June 11th. All right, that's it for today's special TGIF edition of Seattle Refined. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time right here.